Over the weekend, there were reports circulating that the ICC has issued a warrant of arrest against Senator De La Rosa, and it was mentioned that the process to be observed in implementing this warrant of arrest is through extradition. This now was related or connected to the recent issuance of the Supreme Court on the rules on extradition. So we are just here this morning to address and clarify any misconception that may be had on the matter, and that under RA 9851, the state has two options available to it. That is extradition and surrender. So to close the door on one option and just focus entirely on extradition is limiting the state's discretion under Section 17 of RA 9851. I'd also like to inform everyone that the Supreme Court rules on extradition was actually brought about by the Department of Justice request for the Supreme Court to come up with uniform guidelines on how to resolve requests for extradition. This request was relayed to the Supreme Court sometime in the first or second quarter of 2023. And several meetings of a technical working group were conducted to deliberate and come up with the final draft of these rules on extradition. It just so happened that the rules came out at this point in time where all of these issues or controversy surrounding extradition is being discussed publicly. So, with that being said, I know you have more questions than you would want to listen to me. So I will just open the floor for questions. Maybe Polo, you can.
So we'll be accommodating few questions given the Chief State's time restriction. So any questions will be? Yes, ma'am.
Hi po, Lian Bon from Rappler. Good morning. Sir, is the Philippine government decided that what it will implement is the surrender? Just like what you did with former President Duterte, like sure na kayo na you will do the same thing?
At this point in time, the state is seriously studying all options available to it. We are not closing the door on extradition or surrender per se. And until now, we have not seen nor receive a copy of this ICC warrant of arrest. So, lahat to in the theory space pa lang tayo. What we in the Department of Justice just want to come out in the open and explain that there are two options available to the state under RA 9851, and that is extradition or surrender.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can you, I'm Sandra Aguinaldo from GMA7. Sir, can you clarify, are we saying that the arrest warrant is not yet confirmed? And also, sir, have you heard from Senator Bato, would surrender be in the works at the moment, sir?
Yeah, we have not seen nor received any copy of this ICC warrant of arrest. We are just reacting to what we heard over the weekend and what has been circulating online. As to the senators, to the good senator reaching out to us, also we have not received any. No, I don't think he will be making such a representation considering na wala pa. There's nothing to speak of. No ICC warrant. Sir.
Sir, Adrian Ayalin po, ABS-CBN. Sir, what's keeping the government from choosing yung surrender na option considering yun po yung ginawa last time? Bakit hindi po uulitin yung ginawa last time kay former President Duterte?
Well, The government, we are just one piece of the entire structure of government. So a lot of considerations would have to be taken. We are also mindful of the fact that there are still pending petitions before the Supreme Court. So as a matter of practicality and yung propriety, we may have to wait for the Supreme Court to decide on the issue because our position is that is the one being questioned by the camp of the former president. So, yun, madaming mga kailangan timbangin, maraming kailangan na tingnan na aspeto from different angles. No?
But sir, theoretically, if you are going to differentiate the two, yung surrender and yung extradition, ano po yung mas madali and mas practical na gagawin ng government if and when na meron na pong arrest warrant?
Theoretically speaking, the faster approach would be surrender because if we go through the extradition route, there will be a request for extradition coming in through the Department of Foreign Affairs. It will be transmitted to the DOJ for evaluation. We will file it with the proper trial court. Magkakaroon ng pseudo hearing to determine whether or not the request is compliant with the extradition treaty and the extradition law of the Philippines. After which, doon lang ma-extradite yung tao. So we are looking at possibly months, whereas kung surrender, very definitely shorten ang process time.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Jonah po from Asahi Shimbun. Is the fact that Senator Bato is a serving lawmaker, is that a factor in your consideration if you can surrender him?
I could not comment on that for the meantime. We are just looking at the legal aspect, but possibly worth considering yung puntong yan that the senator is an incumbent senator.
Is there anything in Philippine law that prevents government from, surrendering or giving up jurisdiction over an incumbent legislator or anybody serving currently in government?
Can you clarify?
Is there anything that prevents, is there anything written in our laws that prevents the government from surrendering serving legislator to a foreign entity? Or it's just that parang...
Hello, good morning. Yeah, actually, there is, if you're talking about the possibility of the arrest and the possibility of probably having or raising the issue of immunity, there is no such thing as immunity even if you are a legislator. Now, of course, there are certain restrictions. If the penalty is more than 6 years in one day, then the same cannot be implemented during the time when Congress is in session. But certainly, there's no restriction as to the arrest if, for example, they are on recess. Although we have heard the good senator already make some statements before that he will seek possible asylum or refuge in the Senate. We do not know if that is a position that he still would be taking at this time. But certainly that is one matter that can be or that will be taken into account in deciding what action or what course of action the government will take.